What's up? This your boy AJ, come to you live and direct with another review on the movie 2019. Called Glass. First, let's check out this trailer and then we're gonna get right into it.
It's amazing to meet you. It is simply extraordinary. Maybe this will all make sense if I explain who I am.
My name is Dr. Ellie Staple, and I'm a psychiatrist.
My work concerns a particular type of delusion of grandeur. It's a growing field. I specialize in those individuals who believe they are superheroes.
Good for you.
The three of you've convinced yourselves you have extraordinary gifts like something out of a comic book. David Dunn, the only person to survive that train wreck all those years ago. What do you do?
I'm in security.
You think you have superpowers.
It's a feeling. Vision. I have to touch them.
You believe you are a protector.
My name is Patricia.
I have no question there are 24 identities
I'm Mary Reynolds. Por favor, señora. We almost got you, bro.
that live in that body with you.
The beast is coming any minute now for you guys.
But what I am questioning is your belief that you are something more than human.
And yet, it is true. My bones break easily. I've had 94 breaks in my life.
But you have an extraordinary IQ.
This is not a cartoon. This is the real world.
No way.
And yet, some of us still don't die with bullets. Some of us can still bend steel. I've been waiting for the world to see that we exist. May I meet the beast? I hope for your sake that he likes you. That sounds like the bad guys teaming up. A lot of people are going to die. Don't do this. Are you ready?
What do we call you, sir?
First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
Man, did you see that? I was happy to go see this movie tonight. Got a lot to talk about. First, let's talk about this director and writer, M. Night. He came back with a third sequel to his first two movies, Split and Unbreakable, starring Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and your boy James McAvoy, however you pronounce it. But James, y'all know who he is. He played boy there on the Split, played Kevin in Split. But brought them all three together, gave us a movie called Glass. Now, I did a couple of notes taken, because this movie was, to me, was a little confusing, but it's also was a little thriller, drama, fantasy, all mixed in one. The movie started out with two boys running, doing YouTube, shooting video to put it on internet to make it go viral. And that's when they introduced us to Bruce Willis, David Dunn, the old baseball security guard that has now retired. And now he's doing security. He has a security company store that him and his son is running. Spence has grown up, and your boy David, he just want to be the average Joe guy, but part of him, he still want to have that superhero life as far as going helping the innocent people and stopping being the superhero of the nightlife. But he don't want to be known. And his son is like, you know, Dad, we gotta, gotta slow up on this situation because someone's going to detect who you are. But do he listen? No. It goes from the scene of him going into this house with these two young men. They get to the confrontation. It jumps from that scene. Then they introduce us to your boy Kevin, played by James. He has 4 cheerleaders that he kidnapped. We don't get to see that situation. But he just got them tied up, chained up to this steel piece of iron. And he's telling them, hey, the beast is gonna be back. Some of y'all ain't gonna be happy with the outcome, what's gonna happen. Of course, you get to see a couple of personalities right off the bat, but then he finally gets to bump into David. And he used his ability, which is when he touches people, he senses what is going on. What's the last thing that has this person have seen, touched, has been involved in. And that's how he detects that the beast had these 4 girls. And of course he don't do the whole rescue thing. They get to a big old altercation, the fight scene, which was very great shot. The shots were very good. It was a little dark, a little gloomy. But overall I liked the fighting scene and the first fighting scene. But what got me by surprise is how they captured both of them. Too easy. You shouldn't have these 2 villains or superheroes or whatever you consider them as, and you're able to capture them too easy. Okay? They're captured by this woman by the name of Dr. Stevens, who's played by... And so they in the middle of this fight, and they captured by the doctor named Dr. Stevens, who's played by Sarah Paulson. Didn't know no back history behind her. All of a sudden, she just popped up out of nowhere, and she takes them into her custody, and she takes them to a psych ward. And David, he has an earpiece in his ear. He's communicating with his son the whole time. Him and this guy's fighting. I don't know how to. That must be a super glue gorilla piece stuck to his ear, because he's telling his son, "Hey, they got to take us to this psych ward." The son look it up and like, "Yo, I gotta go get my dad out." But fast forward, now they in this psych ward. They actually know how to control both of them. It's like they have studied these 2 individuals. And then that's when they introduce us to Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson also is in the ward. But what they've introduced us is the fact that Dr. Stevens is sitting down and she's talking to Miss Price, which is Samuel Jackson's mother. The makeup on her is horrible. They try to age her, and it's horrible. And she's played by Charlayne Woodard. The makeup the costume makeup they doing on them is horrible in this movie. Could have been better. So that's how they introduced him into the scene. And the first, I want to say, hour of the movie, he has no scene. He's sitting as a zombie. Okay. Now they have all 3 of the actual villains, as they call them, locked up. And the beast, in his mind, he is fighting with the light. The light is Kevin. Kevin is trying to come out, but all the other 23 personalities is trying to hold Kevin back, because they're trying to protect Kevin from the worst incident that occurred in his life. And the doctor is telling all 3 of them that the reason why they believe they are superheroes is because of the dramatic incident that occurred in their life. It has caused them to feel like they are what they say they are now. For example, you get to see each one of their incident as the movie go on. And that's why I say that the movie started off good, and then it started dying until you got to the end, and he was like, now where do we go from here? With that being said, everyone incident was first Bruce Willis. David incident was as a child, he was almost drowned. He almost died of drowning from water, from 2 kids trying to drown him in the pool. They was playing, they was trying to hold him down in the water, he almost drowned. So that's why his weakness is water. Anything he's strong against, anything but water, he cannot fight water. That's his weakness. Also, your boy Kevin, his weakness is the death of his father. Okay? The pain and anguish of losing a father. And Samuel Jackson's weakness is him being on this this ride at this fair, and he has this major accident which caused him to do a major break in his arm. So that's how all of them get their ability of being the smartest man in the world, or the strongest man in the world, and the split personalities. Okay, so Dr. Steven, as the movie go on, you discover that she's working for a secret society. and the secret society has hired her to come in and track these 3 individuals down and to eliminate them. Okay? And you was informed of this society at the end of the movie, when that society should have been brought up in the beginning of the movie. The major surprise of the situation is Joseph informs Kevin that the reason his father was killed on the train is because Mr. Glass, aka Mr. Pierce, played by Samuel Jackson, put a bomb on the train that not only his father was on, but David was also on the train. And that was the accident that David was the only surviving person of. Everybody died on the train but David. So Mr. Pierce actually set up the whole thing. If he would never put that bomb on the train, you would not ever have Kevin with the split personalities, and David would not have the power that he has as being the strongest man, or the unharmful, or however you want to put it. He would not be the way he is. All of them are the way they are because of Samuel Jackson, Mr. Pierce, because they found footage that shows Mr. Pierce, Mr. Price, I'm sorry. They showed Mr. Price coming off the train that Mr. Chrome and David was on. And everyone was a casualty and died but him, which flipped the tables. Now, enemies of my enemies have not started working together. Then they all 3 are fighting against each other. Overall, like I said, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. It could have been some things done. I think the reason why I'm all over the place with this movie is because they try to force a conflict in the movie, when only thing they had to do was just give me the background of the secret society and why was they trying their best to kill off these 3 individuals. Because in the meeting she says, when I'm done here, let me go somewhere else and track out the next 3 individuals. So with that being said, I give this movie a 6 out of 10. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, this is Capture Motion. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, share this video. Oh yeah, and don't forget to leave a comment on what movie you want me to go see next. I'm gonna go check it out just for you, and give you either to chop this movie or go buy this movie. Don't buy this movie, chop it. Peace.